everybody, so I'm going to be making a soap today called Fun-Fetti, and the reason I'm calling it Fun-Fetti is I'm planning on the inside doing a bunch of different colors of some soap shreds that I have from a bunch of different soaps. There's, pink and lime green, yellow, some blue, orange, just a whole bunch of different colors that'll look pretty cool on the inside, kind of like some little specks. Like a Fun-Fetti cake does. And then just some jojoba beads that I'm planning on putting in there. A few different colors in there. And I'm going to be doing some white piping on the top and then putting some multicolored soap balls. So the fragrance in this one, it's obviously not going to be a vanilla fragrance like you would think Fun-Fetti cake smells like, because obviously vanilla would turn it really brown. So it's just a blend of a few different fragrances. It's a lot of citrus. There's some lime and raspberry, strawberry, orange, and a couple other hints in there, along with a really slight undertone of bubblegum that's in it, but it smells pretty good. I figured with the colors and everything it would go pretty well with having kind of a citrus theme for the fragrance. And that clump right there was just some of the air that I beat into it when I was mixing it together. Let's break that up a little bit. A little bit of the foam. So that's my coconut milk. And I'm going to be doing, I'm not for sure since this is kind of my own blend of a few different fragrances. One of the fragrances is supposed to discolor very, very, very slightly, but the other two aren't. But sometimes you don't know when you do mixes. But I'm planning on coloring it white just in case it does discolor a little more than I want it to on the inside. So in goes the lye. Alright, I believe I got everything ready. Alright, now I'm going to set just a little bit for the topping aside unfragranced, just in case it does try to discolor a little on me. I don't think it will too much, but you never know. Alright, so there is the white. I'm going to set that aside without any fragrance in it. And here goes the fragrance. Smells pretty yummy. Looking good so far. thought I kept on seeing something in it. That's why I'm doing that. I guess not. I guess it was just an air bubble. Alright. Go ahead and give it a whiz a little bit because I need this to thicken up just a bit to be able to hold all the shreds and the jojoba beads nice. So okay, everyone. So I got it nice and thick the way I wanted and got a little bit of titanium dioxide in it to make it more of a creamy white. So goes all the soap shreds. And I think that's enough. I have a few more set aside, but I think that's good. And jojoba beads. And I think that's good on the jojoba beads. Just wanted a few in there. You know what? Just a little more. That's good. And I noticed in my last video it was a little louder on this camera. I have my fan going since it's summertime. It kind of gets a little warmer in this room. So I like to get some air circulating, especially when I'm soaping because it gets rather warm. So, sorry if it's kind of loud. It just makes enough. It's really quiet, but on the camcorder it likes to always pick up those noises on the camera really loud for some reason. Okay, get the mold and pour it on. So, I didn't make it the batter bright white. It's just kind of more of a creamy white, which might look a little better anyways. Kind of maybe look like some cake batter color. Actually, that's exactly what it looks like. It's cake batter. Yummy, yummy! Looks good enough to eat. Alright, there's that. Now I'm going to go beat this down pretty good. pretty good air bubbles in there. Alright guys, so the next part I'm going to be making this white and waiting for it to get thick enough to be able to pipe on the top. So I will bring you guys back when it's ready. Okay, so we got it all nice and ready here to do some piping. My bag looks so pathetic, don't it? It's just a little tiny cheap Ziploc baggie. But I thought since I don't have so much, that'll work fine, so I don't have to waste a more expensive piping bag for this. And this is going to be a little bit more tedious, guys, so if you feel like you would like to fast forward, feel free. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and, I don't have very much left, so I'll just kind of put some little tiny ones in the gaps here and there to use up the rest of it. I'm going to have soap balls on a lot of this anyway, so I just wanted a little bit of texture on the top to kind of maybe look like frosting or something. Very little bit more left. Alright, that's about all I can do. Okay, now we're going to do some soap balls here and there. And we're going to do a mixture of big and small. These are just what I had left over from the bubblegum soap. I wanted to make some extra. So they do take quite a bit of time sometimes to make the soap balls. And I had a question of how I make these. They're just the cold processed soap, and there's many different ways that you can make them. If you plane your soaps and like bevel them, You can, the soap shreds, you can just, you know, put them in your hand and kind of get them where they're, yeah, softened. And, gosh guys, I can't think right now. Okay, so you take the soap shreds and just put them in your hand to where it kind of warms up the soap a bit in your hand, and it'll make it a little bit more pliable. Now, what I do to kind of make it a little easier is I'll just take some soap that is 2 or 3 days old. That's what I did with these. I just made my own soap. And the soap was like 2 or 3 days old. And you just kind of tear pieces off of the soap because it'll be really soft like Play-Doh. And that's all you do is just make sure that it's nice and soft. And you just, you know, warm it up in your hand and roll it back and forth. And it'll make a soap ball. Kind of like how you would play with Play-Doh as a kid. That's all you do. They do take just a little bit of time to do, but it's fine. As long as you make plenty of them, it's normally worth it. So you can use them on multiple soaps. So I'm just kind of randomly putting these here and there. I'm not going to put too many on, just here and there. I think we're about full. One more purple. I'm going to do 2 more purple. Put it in there. I think that's good. I don't want to overcrowd it. I'll put a small pink one. No, we'll do a purple here. I think that looks okay. Alright, I'm going to stick these down in here just a bit more. Just so I know they're going to stick. Sometimes you can have a tendency of them wanting to fall out. Don't want that to happen. Alright, I think that's good. Looks good to me. Now we do some glitter and we will be done. My fan always blows the glitter away from it. Alright, good enough. Okay everyone, so here is the finish with the glitter on top. I went ahead and sprayed some alcohol on it so the glitter would stick better. So there's how it turned out, and I will be back to do the cutting video. Hey everybody, so we're back to cut the Fun-Fetti soap. So here's how it came out. You can see the jojoba beads and the chunks that's inside on the sides and the top. And I think it came out a nice color for the base. a nice kind of cake battered color, so that's kind of cool. So let's see how it will look. Now I wanted to show you guys, since I didn't explain it very well, I have had a few people to ask how to make the soap balls. So the soap is, let's see, I think today's the third day. So it's still really soft. Now what I would do is I can just pinch this soap off. So it's really pliable still. And see how I can squish it in my hand like that? I don't want to get my gloves all messed up, but you know, you just roll it in your hand and just shape it into a little ball. So that's all you really do. You can do that with your soap scraps. If you, also what I found nice is if you guys have a little bit of batter that's left in like your soap bowls and stuff, when you go to clean them, scrape that out. And that's always still really soft. After it's sat for a day or two, do the same thing, and that's all you do. It's just so simple. Just with your leftover scraps, or if you want to go ahead and make some soap specifically to make them. There's all different kinds of ways that different people did. Several years ago, when I first had read a tutorial online about making the soap balls, and I don't remember where it was when I first learned to make them, but I know when I read that process had talked about using old soap and then kind of wetting the soap first and then doing it. I don't really prefer to do it that way, just because if you use older soap that's kind of dried out, it tends to not want to stick in your soap. You want to really use fresh soap. So pretty much whenever you go and you roll up your balls, it's very soft. You want to keep it soft. So put it in either a plastic baggie, a plastic tub, so air won't get to them, to store them, because you still want them to be soft when you put them in your soap. Because if they're hard and they start to dry out, that's whenever you can have problems with them not sticking in the soap. So, but that's just what is done. It's just something simple. It's nothing that I invented. People have been putting soap balls in their soap for years. Like I said, when I first learned about it, it was a tutorial online that I had read about. And there's just, like I said, different ways, but that's just how I do it. I prefer to do it with more fresh soap that's 2 or 3 days old. I find that it works better for me, but it also depends on your recipe too. But just play around with it. That's just normally what you have to do. So you can see a lot of the nice soap shreds in there, and then some of the little jojoba beads in there scattered. So it came out just like I wanted. I'm cutting these just a little smaller than I normally do, since I made the higher top on these ones. But they're still nice and chunky. The scent smells really good in it too. I think I say that about every scent though, don't I? If you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm a true, total scent-aholic. If there's ever a fragrance sale, you will see me at that fragrance sale buying something. I'm a true scentaholic. Just can't get enough of different scents. I have just so many different fragrances that I haven't even used, that I've had, and I want to use. And I don't need any more, but I keep buying more. So each bar kind of have different colors of the balls on top. So they'll be completely random. Alright, it looks like I'll get probably 2 more. And the end piece, nice chunky end piece. So yeah, I like the colors that I went ahead and did with the confetti too. So I was wanting a lot of multicolors in it. So I think it came out pretty well. There's the last one. And here are the final cut bars of the Fun-Fetti. So thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.